Hello and welcome to your yoga practice. I am Anne. If you are here for the very first time, you're in the right place. If you're new to yoga, you're also in the right place. Today, we are going to be focusing on beginning your yoga journey. So, you don't have to be new to take this class, but if you are new, this is a great place to start. So, we're going to start in a seated space, crossing the legs, and maybe you're sitting up on a cushion if you feel really tight in your hips. You can also sit on a pillow or a rolled up towel or blanket is an option. Try to get your heels to align with the center of your body and get your feet out from underneath your legs. And if it's not going to happen fully this first time, that's okay. Just work towards that. Okay? Rest your wrists out towards your knees, palms turned down, and then bring your thumb to touch your index finger in Gya Mudra and close your eyes. Take a nice full deep breath in through your nose. Let it go. Again, just like that. A little bit deeper. In through your nose. And let it go. Trying to get the exhale slightly longer than the inhale. One more time. Inhale fully. And let it go. Close your lips. Find that same ha sound as you inhale through your nose. And that light ha sound as you exhale through your nose. This is our yogic breath called Ujjayi breath. We try to stay with this breath throughout our whole practice. And just feeling what that breath makes you feel like. Allow yourself to feel grounded. And let down any walls you might have between yourself in this practice. It's the I can't, I'm not able to. Just kind of set those off to the side. And let's start our journey. We're going to start today with Sufi rolls, And so you're going to have your legs crossed. You can also Y your legs or V your legs if you need to. And you'll grab a hold of your knees, draw your heart across your right thigh as you inhale, sweep your chest forward. Exhale, gently circle around the back. And you're moving here, maybe really deep, or maybe you're more upright today, just depending on how your body feels. I'm going to encourage you to close your eyes. If that makes you uncomfortable, just look to the ground right in front of where you're seated. And allow your eyes to just ground and not be looking all around, okay? You might feel this all over your body, numerous places depending on how you're feeling today. There is no right or wrong. It's more of an organic movement. Maybe it's more up in your back or your chest. You could even move your head around a little bit with the movement if that makes sense in your body. Next time you come around the front, gently switch directions of your movement. If you want to, you can switch which foot is crossed in front. And that will bring a little bit more balance to your body and also to your mind. Observing all the different sensations. We're just waking up our whole body. Let's take a couple more laps around. Make each circle slightly smaller than the previous. Lift the crown of your head up as you do this. Grow taller towards the sky. And once you get to a tall, still spine, take your hands, interlace them at your lower back. If you can't reach, you can grab a strap between your hands. Open up through your chest here. That feels so good. And then slowly just move your head around, stretching through your neck and your shoulders. I should mention that if you're new to yoga and being on the ground is hard, you could also do some of this stuff seated in a chair. So you can experiment with what your body is able to do today. Release your chin towards your chest, and then take your hands out in front of you, interlace them, but do the opposite thumb on top. So you're just slightly different here, and then roll your wrists around. you're not used to being on your hands. We use our hands a lot in yoga. Go in the funny opposite direction that always trips me up, makes me wonder, why does this not feel right? Good. And then take your hands out to the sides and press like you're pushing two walls away. Flex your wrists and spread your fingers nice and wide. Spread them out wide. Try to straighten them out. And just feel your back and your chest equally open. So you're not arching, you're not rounded here. You're right in the center, what feels as close to center for you. Press through the heel of the hand and then curl down through your pinky finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb. Turn your wrist all the way down. And then again, push and flare your hands. Pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb, wrist down. Nice. One more time. Flare your hands, spread your fingers, and pinky, ring, middle, index, thumb, wrist down. Good. Shake out your hands. Take your fingers to the ground in front of you, fingertips face towards your shins, and just do a little opening. My whole hand doesn't even touch the ground here, so just do as best you can. Breathing into creating some space. And I should mention, if you do have tender wrists, just rest off of them often at the beginning of your practice, and that gets better over time for sure. Take your hands, backs of your hands together, spread your fingers out, and then drop the elbows down. Make sure you're breathing. Send the breath in and out through the nose. Find that little ha sound. Shake out your wrists again. Okay, we'll use those wrists in a moment. Stretch your right leg over to the right. Send your right hand down the right leg. Flex that right foot back towards your body and reach your left arm up and over. Soften the bottom elbow, reaching beyond your left fingertips. Left palm is facing down. If you have really tight shoulders, you might be here. That's okay. Breathing into your side body. You can look out, down, wherever it makes sense for your body today. And this is going to get into your side, but also your lower back, your hamstring, lots of different places we feel these stretches. Beautiful. Come on up. Turn towards your stretched out foot now. So you're just squaring your chest off a little bit more. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Get lots of length. And then hinge at the waist. And you can grab your foot, your ankle, your shin, the mat, and fold inward here. And as you fold, think long spine. Neck neutral, continuing to kind of press down through the right leg and flex the right ankle back and even flare the right toes apart. Beautiful. Come on up. Taking right hand to left knee, left hand behind you, both sitting bones down. Give yourself a gentle spinal twist, rinsing out the back. Always feels so good. Unwind back to center, and we're just going to switch the legs. As you sit up tall at this beginning, flex your ankle back towards you, kind of straining the leg as much as you can. Send your hand down the leg, opposite arm is up and over your ear. Soften the bottom elbow, relax your neck, maybe looking down if that makes more sense for you, and breathe. The breath is so important in this practice. You'll hear me saying, "Are you breathing?" Most of us aren't, right? We're just kind of letting our breath be shallow. So really this time here on your mat, it's not just about the postures, but it's about the breath. And give them, breath is 50% of the work. The postures are the other 50%. So there's a lot of weight on that breath. Come on up, turn towards your stretched out leg, reach both arms up, get really long in your side body, and then lengthen towards your foot and fold, thinking flat back, flexing the toes back, flaring the toes apart. You might have a slight bend in your knee if you're really tight, and you're deepening your breath. There's a lot of pausing in this practice, and I encourage you, keep your mind on your breath, on what your body's doing. Give your mind a break from your busyness of your day. That's the sneaky benefit of this yoga practice, is we always just feel slightly better when we come out of it. Come on up. All right, take your left hand to your right knee, your right hand behind you, and twist. Rinse out your back. Try to keep both sitting bones down. Find length through the crown of your head, the top of your head. Navel hugging spine, rinsing out your organs. Beautiful. Unwind yourself, and you're going to make your way onto your hands and knees. Feel free to pad your knees with a blanket if you need to. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Hands are below shoulders, knees are below hips. Just point the toes back here. Inhale, melting your heart, taking your gaze forward and opening up your throat. Exhale, rounding your spine, pressing into your finger pads. Dome into the upper back. Pull the belly up and in. Inhale, melting heart, gazing forward. Exhale, rounding spine. Let's do a couple more just like that to the rhythm of your breath, allowing yourself to find lots of space here. And the more you lift your chin and then tuck your chin, the greater stretch you'll get through your body. One more here. Inhale and rounding, exhale. Then we kind of switch it up. So we're doing some hip circles. Sweep your hips towards the right. Hips reach back as far as feels comfortable towards the left and then forward. Go around maybe 3 times in this direction. Really great for the hips. You're loosening also your shoulders and wrists, whether you're not thinking about it. And then switch directions. Lower back, spine. Okay, one more time around. And then we're going to set ourselves back towards child's pose. So for today's purpose, keep your knees closer together. Big toes touch in the back. Lengthen your hips back towards your heels and reach your hands forward towards the front of your mat. Draw your forehead down to the ground. Keep your forearms lifted. Spread your fingers out. Feel your finger pads and knuckles pressing down into the ground. And then feel the sensation like you're going to hollow out your armpits a little bit. So we're active here in this child's pose. Again, tailbone is reaching back. You can also just kind of collapse into the pose and take a breather any time in your practice you need a break. And we'll take a side stretch. So lift your chest up a little bit. Walk your right hand off your mat to the right, left hand on top of right hand. Reach long through your fingers and pull your hips back to the left. And breathe into that really amazing side body opening. Deepening your breath. Switch sides. Walk your hands to the left hand on bottom, right hand on top. Really lengthen through your fingers of the right arm and let your hips pull back towards the right. Breathe. So there's going to be moments in your practice where you're going to be like, ooh, that doesn't feel right. If you have injuries you're managing, old injuries in your body, you can experiment with using props, with using blocks, with using blankets. The only thing I really don't like about this teaching on camera is that I'm not there with you to exactly give you what you need. So you can always write me a message and I'll definitely respond to you. So the next time you take this class, you'll know exactly what to do if you need to modify. Walk your hands back through center. Migrate up onto your hands and your knees. We're going to set ourselves up for our first downward facing dog. So for this first one, just this purpose, spread your fingers, hands I should say, are shoulder distance, maybe slightly wider if you have tight shoulders. Push into your hands, lift your knees up, and then you're going to send your butt back and straighten the legs any amount that they'll naturally straighten. Some of us have to have knees bent. We don't want to be rounded here. This is not like a tunnel. It's a triangle, more focused on your back and your arms creating a straight line. Okay? You're looking back towards your feet. Your heels get heavy to the ground. Spread your fingers. Use your whole hand. Spread your toes. And then just pedal out your legs. Bend one knee and then the next. Your head, you're gazing back towards your feet. You can check out your hands, your wrist kind of creases line up with the front line of your mat. You don't want to be lifted up on your fingers, okay? Good. We can check out how far apart our hands and feet are. So the general rule of thumb is it's the same as you would be in plank. So glide forward to plank. If you need to adjust, do so. And then exhale, lift your hips up and back into down dog. Again, just like that. Inhale, glide forward to plank. Good. Exhale, down dog. One more time, forward to plank. And down dog. Continue to walk your hands all the way back to meet your feet. Feet are hips width. You can measure that by taking your two fists right between your big toes. Soften your knees. Hinge at your waist. And here we want our belly to be close to our thighs. So bend your knees as much as you need. Grab opposite elbows. Center the weight on your feet and gently, if you like, sway side to side. Feel the whole back body stretching. Release your head. Soften your face. Switch which form is on top. That'll help your brain balance out. Beautiful. Release your hands. With soft knees, just rag doll up to stand. It's normal to get lightheaded. I always do. Shrug your shoulders up, back, and down the back. Let's step our feet to hips width distance. And look at your own feet, and if they turn out naturally or in, get them to go straight forward here, okay? Turn your palms to face forward and then just shift from side to side. Just feeling the edges of your feet, maybe forward and back as well. And notice when you're moving what the rest of the body feels like, what it's doing. You can feel your back, your pelvis changing, weight shifting, and then find center. And I always like this description, like you're wearing roller skates and all four wheels are pressing down, okay? And you find that center really rooting down through your feet and lifting up through the crown of your head. With your inhale, sweep your arms forward and up towards the sky at the top. Kiss your palms together. Get really long. Keep your feet evenly balanced the whole time. Bend your knees a little bit. Pull your hands to your heart. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Glide your hands up onto your shins. Flat back. Exhale, fold all the way in. Bend your knees, ragdoll up. When you come up, shrug your shoulders up, back, and down the back. Palms forward. Do that once more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow through. Inhale, half lift. Hands to shins or maybe fingertips to the mat. Exhale, fold and walk forward into plank pose. We were here before. Your knees might want to go down, and that's okay today. Take a deep breath in. Keep your spine really long. Send your elbows back towards your ribs as you lower down to your belly. Let it be. Once you get there, tops of your feet flatten. Hands are in line with the sides of your chest. Roll your shoulders down the back. Squeeze the elbows back and together. Shoulders out at ears. Come up for a baby cobra. Press down really strongly through your feet, through your legs. Exhale, lengthen your heart forward, lower back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, come up, cobra. And exhale, lower. One more time, cobra. Come on up. And lower. Press to your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes under, send your hips up and back. Find your down dog. Take a couple breaths here. We're going to reach our right leg up to the sky. At the very top of your lift, bend your knees, stack your hips, open that hip up, and then circle your ankle around a couple times in either direction. Popping is normal. And then move your knee around a couple times in each direction. Big circles to loosen up your hip and your lower back. Good. Knee to the sky. Straighten the leg out. Exhale, step your right foot through next to your right thumb. Get that foot all the way forward. Might take a couple steps till your knee is above your heel here. Lower your back knee down to the ground. Relax the back ankle. And if you're very, very tight, I'm going to suggest taking 2 yoga blocks under your hands here, okay? So you can use your blocks, or you can take your fingers and tent the fingers, strengthening the hands over time. Pull your heart forward and through. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, shift back, straighten the front leg any amount, flex the ankle back, and fold in. Let's do that again. Rebend your front knee, pull your heart forward and through. Exhale, shift back, folding in. One more time, inhale. Nice, and exhale, pause here. As you pause here, just flex your ankle back, maybe use your blocks. Spread your toes out, bend your knee if you're really tight, that is okay. Think flat back in neutral neck. Are you breathing? Deepen your breath. Beautiful. Rebend your front knee. Pad the back knee if you need it here. Sweep your arms up towards the sky. Take a low lunge. If this is too much, your hands can rest on your front thigh as an alternate here. Square your hips off. Get your eyes to focus on something that's not moving and deepen your breath. Allow yourself just to feel the practice. Good. Take one more breath in. With your exhale, just let your left hand come down below your shoulder on a block if you need, and send your right hand to the sky for a little twist. And keep breathing. Both shoulders down the back, away from your ears. Good. Take this top lifted hand and just reach it back. Flex your hand just like we did before. Push your hand like there's a wall behind you, and then let your head hang for a moment. Good. Look down at your mat. Circle your hand down to the ground. Tuck your back toe. Lift your back knee and step to the front of your mat in a forward fold. Come up halfway to a flat back. Inhale. Fold in. Exhale. Bend your knees. Just ragdoll up. Shrug your shoulders up, back, and down the back. Palms forward. Inhale. Arms sweep to the sky. Keep your feet nice and anchored. Exhale, hinge at your waist, fold all the way forward with a flat back as best you can. Inhale, lift up halfway, lengthen your back. Plant your palms down and step to your plank pose. And your plank, again, might have knees down today. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, elbows point straight back. Brush your ribs as you lower to your belly. Take your baby cobra. Inhale. Lengthen your heart forward. Exhale, lower back down. Twice more like that. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. One more time. Cobra, inhale. And lower, exhale. Press your hands in your knees. Tuck your toes. Down dog. Let's just get ourselves balanced out. We're going to do the left side. So reach your left leg to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip up, and circle your ankle around. And then when you're ready, move your knee around, big circles. Balancing. If you're new to down dog, this can feel like a lot. It gets easier, I promise. Stretch your left leg all the way up to the sky. Look between your hands. Pull your knee towards your chest and step your left foot inside of your left thumb. Okay, the knee again is over the heel. Back knee lowers down. Pad the knee if you need to, and then release your back ankle. And you can be up on your blocks here if you need it. Pull your heart forward and through, kind of gazing forward. Inhale. Exhale, shift back. Hinge and fold. Good. Inhale, rebend your front knee. Pull your heart forward. Feel your hips, your spine. Exhale, shift back, hinge and fold. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Pause here. Use your blocks if you need. There ain't no shame in using the props. That's why they're there for you. Flex your toes back. Spread your toes out. And are you breathing? Beautiful. Rebend your front knee. Remember, you can always have that back knee padded if you need it, okay? When you're ready, sweep your arms up towards the sky. Hands can be on your front thigh, gazing forward or down. Find something not moving so you can help your balance here. And breathe. Breathe into everything you do. Spread your toes out on that front foot. And sometimes we fall over. That is part of the practice, just going through the motions, learning how to fall gracefully, getting right back into it, trying again. You're going to slowly let your right hand come down to the mat below your shoulder, and the left hand will open up towards the left. Both shoulder blades down the back. Gaze can be out or down, whatever makes more sense in your body. Feel that little twist. And then extend your left hand back, like you're going to push the wall behind you away and hang your head to stretch your neck out. It feels so good. I also feel an immense stretch in my left arm. I don't know about you. My fingers even. Good. Circle your hand down towards your left foot. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee one more time. Step to the front of your mat in a forward fold. This time we're going to pause and take an actual fold here. So you'll take your peace fingers and loop them around your big toes. Link with your thumb in the center. Okay, so you'll have to bend your knees if you're really tight. And then lift your chest, lengthen your spine. Your knees are bent, your belly's close to your thighs. With your exhale, fold. Elbows reach to the sides. Head hangs. Elbows are trying to go down to the ground, but your shoulders are trying to lift up towards the sky. So you're pushing and pulling against the length in your upper arms. Leaning maybe a little bit more into your toes if you feel heel heavy. Using that grip to kind of pull yourself a little deeper. Let go of your neck. Let go of all the muscles in your face, including your jaw. And take one more breath. And release your hands. Soften your knees and ragdoll up to stand. Shrug shoulders up, back and down the back. All right. Let's take a little moment of balance today for fun. So your feet are hips width still. You're going to shift over into your left foot. Hands are going to come to your heart. So stand on your left leg. Don't even move your right leg yet. Yes. And then take your right foot to your inner left ankle. Your toes can stay on the ground. I should mention, look to the ground. Find a spot not moving. Keep your eyes there, okay? If this feels good, you can slide your foot up onto your calf below your knee. Knee is pivoting out to the side. You're strengthening your standing leg, and if you have more to give, you'll reach your arms up like tree branches. Are you still breathing? It's so easy to hold the breath while we're balancing. Tone your standing leg and try to lift up out of your waist with your whole body. Get a little bit longer. Nice. Stay with it. If you fall out, get right back in. Take one more full deep breath. Glide your hands to your heart first. Set your right foot down, shake out your legs, and shift right over into your other foot, okay? You're going to stand on that leg first. Show yourself that you can stand on one leg. We do it all the time. We kind of lean to one hip, and then you'll take your opposite left foot to your inner ankle. Pivot your knee out to the side. Start here. Focus your eyes. Hold them still. And maybe you glide your foot up to your calf, below your knee. Do not push on your knee. I see you. You can go higher, but just stay low today, okay? Reach your arms out and up and grow a little bit taller through the crown of your head. Strengthen your standing leg. Lift up. Get long and breathe. Just like a tree out in the wild, we're maybe moving a little bit. Keeping your standing leg as your anchor, your big trunk. Glide your hands to your heart. Set your foot to the earth and shake out your legs. Nice work. Let's take one more salutation to get down to the mat. So you're at the top of your mat. Inhale, arms sweep up, get tall. Exhale, hinge at your waist, fold all the way through. Inhale, lift up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold and plant your hands. Find your plank pose. Take a deep breath, knees down if you need. Exhale, lower to your belly. Take a baby cobra. Inhale, and then just lower back down and guide your left arm across the front of your mat. If you have very tight legs or tender knees, you might use a strap here. You'll bend your right leg and reach back, catch the outer edge of your ankle or your foot with your hand, okay, or your strap. Get your knee in line with your hip. Don't point it out to the side. Pull your heel towards your butt and then just lower your head down wherever is comfortable. Lengthening back through your knee even more and really pulling your lower belly in. And then just pausing and breathing here, getting a good stretch in the front of the thigh. And never ceases to amaze me how tight my legs are and how just with thinking about reaching my knee back, I can go that deeper layer. If you're feeling this in your lower back, you're going to need to pull your lower belly up and in even more. Beautiful. And then we'll switch sides. So take your right forearm across your mat, bend your left leg, use your strap if you need. Get your knee in line with your hip. So tendency is the knee's going to go over to the left. Keep it in line with your leg, your hip, and then pull your heel in. As you bow in, pull your lower belly in and lengthen back even more through your left knee. And breathe, my friend. Feel that beautiful opening you're creating when our legs are tight. Sometimes our lower back can take the brunt of it. Beautiful. Release that second leg. Bring your hands below your chest. Press up to your hands and knees. Bring your feet around and in front of you. Soles of your feet come together and knees out to the sides. Pull your heels in. Take your hands to your feet and open up your feet to the sky like you're opening up a book. Just let your ankles, that gentle stretch. I also feel this in my hips because I'm tight. Soles of your feet come together. Pull your toes back. Open up your toes, your feet. Beautiful. Let your feet be. Walk your hands forward and bow over your legs any amount. Head hangs. Feel your hips and back stretching out. Feeling that beautiful lengthening. You might be holding your feet if you're feeling like you're stuck upright a little bit more. I always like to kind of wiggle a little bit side to side here. That helps stretch my lower back out. Then we're going to round our spine and come up. Scoop the knees together. Anchor your feet down to the front of your mat. Grab behind your legs. Sit up tall. Take a big breath in. With your exhale, tuck your tail underneath you and slow and control roll down. If you're feeling strong, you can reach your hands forward. There's always that spot that's hard to come through. Don't rush it. Bend your legs. Anchor your feet to the ground. Take your hands to your thighs and push your hands into your thighs. Lengthen your lower back and just breathe. I love this type of practice because it doesn't make me so exhausted that I'm like tired after. I always just feel like mellow, but also rejuvenated. So I'm curious to see how you guys feel. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Press your hands again into both thighs and just feel that opening. If you're really tight in your hips, you might choose to stay right here. Otherwise, you'll pick your left foot up, weave your hands around the belly of your hamstring, and gently pull your leg in to a place that feels like a good stretch. You'll use your right elbow to prop your right hip open more, keeping your left knee in line with your left shoulder as best you can. Relax your neck. You can always have a pillow below your head if you're really tight here. We want our tailbone close to the ground. So take that round out of your spine if you have it, and breathe. Beautiful. Release that first side. Right foot to the ground. Left ankle over right thigh. Take your hands to your tops of your thighs again and just push A little pressure into the thighs, getting some length in the lower backs, creates natural traction, feels so good. You can stay here if you need, otherwise hands interweave behind the belly of the right hamstring. Keep a good flex in your left ankle to protect your knee while it's twisted to the side, keeping the right knee in line with the right shoulder as best you can. Relax your neck, your jaw, your face. Feel that beautiful opening in the hip, the glute. We are all a little different from each other. We're not going to look the same as we practice. So I really highly encourage you to just practice with feeling, not with a mirror, holding no judgment of what you look like. Just do what feels good. Beautiful. Release that second side. Bring both of your knees in and just rock side to side, maybe making some circles with your knees, massaging your lower back. And then drift both of your knees to the left. If you feel really tight here, place a block between your thighs. Right arm anchors down, gazing to the right if it feels okay in the neck, rinsing out your body one last time. Just releasing what you did today, any tension. Were you able to stay away from the I can't or I don't want to? Bring your knees across into the right. Anchor your left shoulder down in that little cactus or goalpost shape, gazing to the left. Again, a block between the thighs will help if you feel extra tight here. Deepen your breath. Just be aware of creating space, of letting go of tension. Beautiful. Bring your knees back to center. Give yourself a little squeeze. I always do this as a thank you, and it also just clears the last little bit of any stagnation out of your body. So you hug in really tight, take a deep breath and hold it in. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your body. Through your mouth, sip in a little extra air. Squeeze even more. And with your exhale, let go. Stretch out on your back. You can also take your feet straight up the wall if you know that one. As you lengthen your legs out, if you need some support, place something below the backs of your thighs, a blanket, a bolster, your blocks, and that will help. If this hurts your lower back to be on the ground, bend your knees and tent the knees together. And that's how I'm going to take it today because that just feels good. Hands are to the side, palms turn up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and with your exhale, just release your effort. We always finish our practices with this final pose. Sometimes I like to do it with you. Sometimes I can leave you to do it by yourself for as much time as you have. Today we're just going to take a shorter Shavasana, and you can always stay in a longer one if you need to. But just allowing our bodies to soften, to be still, and to receive all the benefits our practice brings to us. So as you lay here in your mind, state to yourself, I am willing, I am ready, I am open to receive. And let the stillness set in and just allow your body and your mind to be quiet. If you want to stay here longer, please do so. If you're ready to come out, you'll join me just by deepening your breath, wiggling your fingers and your toes. I like to keep my eyes closed as I transition, so you can roll onto one side, just pausing for a moment, and then making your way back to your seated meditation. And again, I always do it with my eyes closed just to kind of keep that peace and just pause in the same seat we started with and just observe maybe any shifts you feel. And I always finish by bringing my hands to my heart, kind of bowing in gratitude for just being able to be here today. Showing up for ourselves is the hardest part, and so we did it, we made it, and I thank you for that. We seal this practice with the word namaste. It means, may the divine in me greet and honor the divine in you. Namaste. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for being here. Namaste.